Franklin's in collecting one of my true loves because the value is there. It's just very rare coins, and they're ridiculously affordable when you apply it against the Proof Silver Eagles or other modern issues. Yet they're 3/4 of a century old, and well, tonight we have a first time available. This is the first time we've done this in the 15 years on the air, where we've offered the last 8 Denvers, all of them 64s, at a crazy low price. Look at that price. All 8 coins, $300. Or tonight they even approved, and this shocks me for a Franklin program, they approved an EasyPay, which means for the next 8 months, 1 coin a month. That way it's ridiculously affordable for all to get in on the rarity, $37.50.
Breaks down to the same price per coin, whether you just grab them all at once for that $300 or get that 8-month program of $37.50 per shipment. You'll get 1 coin at a time, and in the 8 months, your collection will be complete with as compared to the full pay. Now, there are only 14 Denvers in the entire series. With this program or this purchase, you'll be over halfway done. So there's one way to look at it. But the Denvers, you really have to, we call it the books of the chapter. You really have to look at all the chapters and read all the chapters to find out why.
You mean the chapters in the book?
Chapters in the book.
Okay.
To find out why they are special, because chapter 1 is mintage figures and how many coins were made at each one of these years at that Denver Mint. And then you'll go to look at chapter 2, which is population reports. We'll give you all those figures. But chapter 1 starts with mintage figures, and you're looking at a range. 1954, 25 million coins were made. 57, 20 million. 58, 24 million. And it ranges up to 1963, you're looking at over 67 million coins made.
So the story here is, if you look at mintage figures only, stay away from Denver minted coins. Hunt down the Philadelphias, hunt down the San Franciscos, and we have many of our competitors that say that exactly. And if you look at just mintage figures, there's a very plausible and a visible answer. All we're saying is this: use what the independents have given us, the NGCs, the PCGSs, etc. And again, 35 years, and the only way they make any money, and the only way they stay in business is what? Putting coins in holders. You don't think they're going to want to put as many in holders as they possibly can? Well, if they can't find the coin, they can't put it in the holder, right? I.e., if we can't find the coin, they can't holder it. And the reputation is based on what? Being tight on the grain.
Right, they want to keep that integrity. They're there for a reason, and that is, their opinion means something. And if they just slabbed everything, it wouldn't.
Very, very good point. Thank you, Hunter. We'll explain it. So why does 1954 fit into the last 8 Denvers? Right? Good question. So in 1955 and 1956, they only made Philadelphia minted coins. There were no Denvers. So instead of starting in 57 and going to 63 and calling it the last 7 years, and we've done that a few times, we went back 1 more year to 54. We had some 54s in stock, which makes it a crazy 8. The lucky 8, however you look at that number, it's 8. But it's the last 8 Denvers, because again, there were no 55 and 56 Denvers. Hope that explains it a little bit better for you. We're not leaving anything out. It's just, it was 57 to 63, no 55, no 56, 54. So the last 8 backwards is 54 to 63. All right, now let's talk about the rarity inside of it, as you were saying before I cut you off.
Chapter 2 is the rarity, and we get that from the population report. So starting in 1963, where they made over 67 million coins, we find that just over 12,000 are known to exist in 64 grade or higher. And that's actually, to put it in a percentage value, 0.01% of the entire mintage figure is known to exist in this grade or better.
So 1% is 1.0. This is 0.01. This is beyond the 1% club.
This is a fraction of a percent.
This is the 99.9% are lower grade than this.
Exactly. 1962, over 35 million made, just 5,500 in 64 grade or better. 61, 20.2 million, just 4,700, and both of those are hovering about the 0.02, 0.03%. Same rarity, very close. 18 million made in 1960, 4,500 in 64 grade or better. Again, 0.02%. 13 million in 1959, 6,500 known. 58, 24 million, 10,000 known. 57, just about 20 million, 8,100 known. And 1954, 25 million coins were made. 7,800 are known to exist in 64 grade or better. Each one of those is a fraction of a percent. Nothing is over a percent by far.
Now let's have some fun with numbers. That's my fun with numbers. How about, try change that. Let's have some fun with dollars and cents.
Yes.
3750 times 8 equals 300. We're very thrilled accounting approved the EasyPay program in this because they normally don't let it go because we can't keep enough of these in stock as it is. So why finance it for no interest, blah, blah, blah. We want to keep our collectors happy. We want you staying with us for all the good stuff, period. But when you look at my competition, our competition, right? These coins in capsules, uncirculated coins in capsules, they're $565. That is 5 grades lower than we are here. That's just the basic uncirculated coin, $565. And they're our #1 rival in the industry for selling Franklins. We fight day in, day out to get the best coins. And they're always that much higher in price than we are. And people buy them. They're the same coins. Not. These are 64s. These are all blast whites. Those of you that are familiar with the industry change in the last 2 or 3 months. The guidebook now lists for the Morgan series and the Franklin and Walker series a separate column for blast white. We've been talking eye appeal till we're blue in the face. I'm blue in the shirt tonight. And the #1 is they sell for 15 to 20% because they look beautiful. Well, I'm sorry, we've been talking eye appeal matters always on the coin. Now, tone coins, etc., are an eye of the beholder, and I like, some of them are beautiful. But if you want to buy a collection, you want to put it together, you want to be blast white across the board because that way they all look the same. These are 8 that look the same, and they're priced the same, $37.50 across the board, saving a boatload.
So the recap of this is that high mintage does not mean high population. Not always. You always have to look into the details. When they're striking a lot of coins, they're striking them fast, and that means that we just don't have the grades that we see. 80s, they melted tons of coins for the when silver hit $50 an ounce. So at the end of the day, 35+ years later, we are faced with rarities, and that's what these are.
We are almost sold out, everybody, and that's because we're adding them together. Talk to our operators. If the full set is sold out, don't miss, join the monthly program. Well, if we can accelerate part of it, and you want to, we will try to help you out with that. But the bottom line is they have been broken down tonight for us that way. Guys, I think we're going to have to do a hot cut on this one. We don't have time for a 1-minute clock. Thank you for listening. Again, one of my passions are this big silver. Again, there was no silver dollar in 1948. There was no silver dollar in 1963. The big coin was the Franklin half. Yet today, almost 3/4 of a century later, we can look at values like here, some of the finest known coins for under 40 bucks. That's just, wow, that is value. Thanks for listening.